ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे। So we'll continue our discussion. So the fifth chapter, there is one important theme I wanted to share. So what is the conflict? So first 20 verses are actually explaining the conflict that is that has arisen, what Narada Muni is trying to tell. So 1 to 20 is basically there, and then there is a resolution of conflict that happens from verse in last 10 verses, we can see. So 1 to 22 is the section which explains conflict between bhakti and pure devotional service and other classic Vedic karma. Now this is one very important point I wanted to make. What is bhakti and how can a person live and practice bhakti in this world? So, and how this gives the deep satisfaction. This is what Narada Muni is trying to explain. And verse 15 is actually the turning point where Narada Muni chastises Vyas Maharshi. He says, Jugupsitam dharma kritenu shashanam. He says that you have actually, we have committed a crime. Jugupsitam, you did wrong things. Dharma, and then 16th onwards, he says that the material happiness is what this is all abominable activities aimed at achieving material happiness, and it is not worthy to understand the science of spiritual values. Therefore, you should subscribe to the transcendental activities. So that's what he says. Now I'll just tell two important essential things about karma and jnana. This will help us to understand all of it. The human problems that are described in Bhagavad Gita are karma, raga and dvesha. So how they are connected to this, we'll see. And everybody, he is living in this world with raga and dvesha only. That is a program, that is a duality, the program happens. And Krishna also says that every living entity is born with this duality, raga and dvesha. I love, I hate, I like it, I don't like it. And this creates the huge number of problems that we have. Now the task of bhakti or transcendental path is to rise us out of this duality and how to go beyond it, because raga dvesha is like the prism through which we see the world. Like say we are looking at the world, we see only duality, nothing but duality. We see what we like and we see people, immediately we start judging. Oh, good person, he can speak nicely, he does not speak nicely. Or immediately we have this duality that is always happening at it. Someone is bad, someone is good. And when we communicate, we want to communicate with close people, we want to keep distance somebody whom we don't like. Now this is what we are caught up in, this duality, and bhakti should help us to take beyond duality, and it should push us, because this is the only tool we have. The duality is the only tool we have in this world. So bhakti should help us to come out of it. Now if we apply raga and desha to the spiritual life or philosophy, then the two philosophies come, which are essentially, which justifies the people's way of living, our value system, our principles. Everything is justified by, based on raga and dvesha only. Now this raga and desha, what happens is the karma and jnana comes. This is our raga and dvesha. So with raga gives rise to philosophy of karma. So under, and like many people, karma is pious activity, so attachment. So karma is a positive attitude in one way. Positive attitude means I want to act positively. This world is real. I am real. I'll continue to exist. And there is a paradise. Heaven is there. We have to go and enjoy. And if I act correctly, then I deserve more and more pleasure, and I can be given. And I should raise this understanding. So this is all position of karma in one way. And then the position of karma implies that people want to act righteously. They understand that certain strict rules must be followed, so that we'll be able to enjoy. Now, the main conflict in modern society, modern world is conflict between karma and jnana. This is always there. Now, if we see the Muslim world, Islamic world, they personify real karma. Of course, some other parts also, Judaism also, they are also karma. Now, there it is actually with its Islamic. If you see the proper, they follow idea of morality. They have their own ideas, but it's very clear idea. And at the end, where the person will reach, he will reach Jannat. He will reach heaven. So God exists, and of course they don't understand uh, where the main thing is you should follow the rules. Whereas Western world, we may look like it is karmis, but in one way, Prabhupada's Pranamantra will say Nirvisesha Shunyavadi. This Nirvisesha Shunyavadi is Western world also. Why? This is because everything for them, everything is unreal and it will all end. So therefore, you need to grab maximum for everything. the this position is highly destructive. This is a position of a jnani. Jnani, what there is destruction. They say like all these drugs and uncontrolled, unbridled sense gratification. All this is what this is. They say it's anyway going to go. Let us enjoy as much as possible, or they try to destroy themselves. Also, we saw destructive tendencies. This all is the external manifestation of jnana. This is nothing is real. Just enjoy. There is no rules and regulations. You can just enjoy. So this is Prabhupada said this is spiritual suicide, and people if this jnana platform they also commit suicide in one way. Buddhism is jnana. Buddhism is the extreme kind of jnana in one way. They say that this is nothing is unreal. Unreal, your life is unreal. So they say they call it as Kshadavad. Kshadavad means there is only one moment between the past and future. So that is called life. And let us hold on to that moment and don't care what will happen in the future. Don't care about any other understanding. Just the future is unreal. Nothing is real. There is only one moment to hold. This we can say is what is Buddhism. Now all this leads to destructive position in the world, both karma and jnana. So in the West, they generally destroy. That's what we see. They destroy in different ways. Whole world, nature is destroyed, and people's life are destroyed. Consciousness is destroyed. Everything is destroying only. And and Muslim world is also trying to somehow resist this. But the trouble is, both are just the whole manifestation of some material attitude. These both are material attitude. They're two sides of the coin. One is raga, one is dvesha. So this is a material view that is actually abruptly implanted in raga and dvesha, and this is the manifestation is now these two philosophies. There are two value systems and this conflict. So and problem is neither of or any of them cannot give us the understanding of eternity. Now karma focuses on some pleasure. This is little sattvic in nature, and they say okay, paradise is eternal, and paradise is because it is material, because there is no God. Even if they describe in their description also there is no God. They don't understand what. How can something that does not have God, how can it give real happiness? So in general, there is everything is unreal only. So that is clear. Now, what is bhakti? We'll try to understand. See, it is clear. We have raga and dvesha. We are born. What Bhagavad Gita says, and because of raga and dvesha, either we have karma or we have jnana. So all these religions, two main religions, there is a conflict is between raga and dvesha only. This is the other side of coin, but both are not eternal. Both cannot give us real happiness. Now, what is bhakti? So now, what Vyas Maharshi's mistake is, he propagated more of karma and jnana, which is what the living entities are. They are in duality, raga and dvesha, and he also told that. Look, what bhakti is synthesis. So thesis, antithesis, synthesis. So synthesis is not mechanical. Now, bhakti is basically synthesis of both karma and jnana. It reconciles two opposite. Now, it takes us beyond the limits of this programmed between raga and dvesha. Now, how it happens? Like it new quality appears in a person, brings the two hostile people together. We'll see. Now, what happens is how this happens, because in bhakti we contact the infinite Lord, and bhakti expands the boundary of our consciousness. Means it can make us think beyond raga and dvesha also, because we are in touch with the Supreme Lord. How this happens? Like Upanishad says that the soul is 1/10,000 tip of the hair, but also it says that soul is anantya kalpate. It is unlimited also. So Maya, this is just is unlimited Brahman. No, it is unlimited in the sense, because when it come contact with the Supreme Lord, it is serving infinitely the Lord, and it is also gaining infinite love. So that is why it is infinite. Now, this is one last point on this. You will be able to understand. Bhakti is uh, it is not so easy, it's not so simple to understand some of the points, but when and reconcile also, but we'll try. So it is easy to karma and jnana, which is accustomed, this is a new quality which is manifested. So what happens to the tendency of karma? The tendency of karma, which is leading to attachment. Now, when we come to bhakti, in contact with bhakti, it becomes infinite attachment to God. Raga is attachment. So this attachment, what it happens, it becomes attachment to the Supreme Lord. And it attachment to material pleasures. But now the tendency we have, but we'll become attached to the Lord. And what about jnana? Jnana, which turns into renunciation in this world. Now, this is extreme form of renunciation is people taking drugs. Okay, I just want to die in this world. They are committing suicide. This is all dvesha. But when it comes to devotees, it becomes unlimited self-sacrifice, and this becomes humility, and uh, all this uh, person generally does not care about his happiness. He is caring about the happiness of the Supreme Lord. So there is unlimited attachment. So this is to the Supreme Lord, and unlimited self-sacrifice. This is what is Raga and Dvesha. Now, what is the Bhakti brings these two things together, love of God. That's what Rupa Goswami is giving the definition of Bhakti also. Jnana karma adi anavritam. Now, there is one more point, that what is the problem with Vyasa Maharshi? What Narada Muni found out is that, okay, you have explained, but what you did is you have made this, you have propagated it so much about karma, because in general he's talking about a person who is generated the most powerful. He has generated the most powerful form of karma. See, there are, I told, in Islam also is karma, Judaism also, and even Protestants, they also emphasize on karma. And the whole American civilization is, many of them are Protestants. Now, but the karma which Vyasa Maharshi propagated is the most powerful. That's why we see even after 5,000 years also it's still existing. Which is not, other things are not as powerful as, of course, they are 2,000, Vyasa is 5,000, and it is in a very big way. So he said, you made a queen into a maid. Bhakti is like a queen, and you are speaking about her a maid. You have even you have put bhakti below all these things. So this is an independent path, only path that leads beyond boundaries of this world, and only beneficial path that has that can subordinate other views. So this is the point. So just I wanted to share why this path is so very important. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. So, Prabhuji, like the point you are sharing, Raga Dvesha is the cause of all problems, and this is what we get got from the beginning only. So Prabhuji, my question is, like, raga dvesha is the nature of mind. Yeah,
Yeah,
Prabhuji. So Prabhuji, like, we two
yeah,
things are there. We are not this body, and we are not also this mind, and we are spirit soul. So, like, Prabhuji, when we say we are not this body, we are understanding this. At least theoretically, we are convinced with this, and sometimes. In some situation we are able to understand also that we are not this body, maybe not when we are in sick position, we are having pain. But Prabhuji, how to realize or understand at every step that we are not this mind also, because this raga dvesha constantly goes, Prabhuji, while we were doing our seva also. And all the problem is due to this only, because we identify, so we even don't know also that we are identifying with our mind. In every situation we get so much carried with the mind thought that we just forgot that we are separate from this. And that's because of their small situation, we get so much absorbed that we forget what we are learning also. So it's very practical, Prabhuji, the thing, because I am thinking now years are passing, and at the time of death, now we can practice, but at the time of death, I think this is the only challenge we have to face, that we are separate from this mind, and this mind constantly thinking on the basis of raga dvesha only, Prabhuji. So I know you have given very nice answer. Bhakti, by bhakti we can rise, but practically at every moment when the thought comes, how to just like somebody has said something to you, or maybe you're, because of conditioning, you are thinking this person is like this. So how to just withdraw with those thoughts and be absorbed in our seva, and like chanting, we are now able to focus on mantra and all. But other whole time day in service and everything, this person is like this person is not of according to me. So Prabhuji, please, I would like to answer it more more on my platform, Prabhuji.
like of course, this is the second lesson after immediately Dehinosmin Neta Dehe. Krishna tells you are not the body, and next shloka he tells Matra Sparshas Konde. He says you are not the body also. This shloka Matra Sparshas Konde Sitoshna Agama basically telling that you are not the mind also. So Krishna is first only formulating these two, body and mind. Now the point is what I am practicing and what helps is, first thing we have to work with our mind is we have to make it explain that we are different from our desires. This is one of the exercise I felt is helpful, which I am doing. We are different from our desires. Even if our desires are not fulfilled, nothing will happen to us. So then we'll come out of this ragadvesha to a good extent. Like say, I was giving example yesterday. Like if you are drinking, if I went to the sun and I came and very thirsty. Now if I take water, I feel great pleasure. Now is the pleasure in water? Is the pleasure in
No,
water?
Prabhuji.
If there is pleasure in water, water should always give me pleasure. But it is not that. What happened is there is certain waves, alpha, beta, gamma waves I was telling. So there is a fluctuation in the mind. So these
Hmm.
waves are becoming more and more aggressive, more and more I am thirsty. As soon as I take water, then there is a pacification of these waves in my brain. So then I feel that as a pleasure. So whenever I get any desire in this world, I want to have a car. So as soon as I get a desire, there is a waves that are going on. Car, 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 car. So I always feeling I didn't purchase my car till now. When will I get which car I should take? So as when I get the car, then this fluctuation becomes calm. So I feel, oh, I got some pleasure. So when there is agitation, then there is a disturbance, and we are hankering more and more. The more intense the desire is, the more we feel unhappy. Array, I'm trying for 1 year to get a house, I am not getting. So more the waves are there, more we are suffering. But as soon as you get it, they are pacified. That means what? It is not real pleasure. It's just some sort of peace that we are experiencing when the mind is feeling calm. So now, do I need that actually the object? No. Whole life people create a desire. Dhyayato vishayarpumsam. You see some advertisement, you see some people, you associate some people, you get certain type of desire. And whole life goes in fulfilling one desire after another, one desire after another. Even though they are all foreign. Means as such I don't have desire. So if I go to a super mall, or if I watch a movie or see some commercials, immediately I start getting that desire. That means from where the desire came? They came from external. That means I'm trying to put more and more desires in my head, And then once the agitation comes, then I want to fulfill them and I experience some sort of peace. Okay, now I got fulfilled. People think to have desires and to fulfill them is what is life, and the whole life goes like that. That is where the duality comes. I like, I don't like, I like. Now what we are trying to do is we have to understand that even if my husband or child does not listen to me, it does not matter, because it is the agitation in mind. My husband should do like this, my child should do like this, my wife should do like this. Where that came, that is a desire in our heart. And when if the desire is not going to the way we want, the agitation increases and we become very upset. Then we say, oh, it does not matter because you know, even if now very important thing, even the desire does not get fulfilled, will not make any difference for us, because just some wave that is happening in the mind. They say, okay, let it be. Let me chant Hare Krishna and be peaceful. Ultimately, this metal world, nothing is going to work anyway. So let me, yeah. So let me try to understand that even two things I am trying to tell. See, desires are foreign for us, which come from outside. Any desire that, even I have a desire that in the house things should be like this, in my office things should be like this, the people should be like this around me. All these are foreign. We have created it. And even if they don't get fulfilled, nothing will happen to us. This is second point. So we have to understand these two important points. Desires are foreign, and even if they don't get fulfilled, nothing will happen to us. So in that way, life is very peaceful. Like, say now I want to say somebody gets a desire to watch a movie. Now we are not supposed to watch a movie Hare Krishna's Hare Krishna devotees. So what I should tell, okay, even if it does not get opportunity to watch a movie, it will not make any difference for you. You can anyway be happy. You can chant and read Bhagavatam, you can be happy. Even it does not get fulfilled, nothing is over. There's some vibrations. Let it be. Let me be peaceful. So this is, I'm just giving some Gyani answer, but this is one way to analyze that we are foreign from our desires, even if that does not get uh, does not get fulfilled, nothing. So this is some practice I do. It helps me to identify. And of course, there are many other ways when dealing with people. This is basically our raga dvesha mentality which affects. Eventually, we'll discuss some other means, but this one exercise you can start doing. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhuji, thank you, Prabhuji. And second, you said that by bhakti we can rise, and you said one line that by giving happiness to others. So in Maharaj lecture, also Radhanath Maharaj lecture, so arrival lecture, so I heard Maharaj is saying like the Vaishnava is one who is happy seeing others progressing and becoming closer to Krishna, to other Vaishnava. So Prabhuji, in that sense, like we have a service to take care of our children, and other devotees and Matajis, they're going to attend classes. So like everybody have a feeling that we want to attend the classes, and some has to take care of the children. So in that sense, we are having feeling that, oh, so mind will say like, so if I am not eager to hear the class, or I am, because I have to give pleasure to devotees so that they can become closer to Krishna. So 2 points come प्रभु जी की मतलब एक होता है कि हम बच रहे हैं अपनी ईगरनेस से, क्योंकि महाराज बोल रहे कि मतलब उनको उनकी खुशी मैटर करती कि वो भगवान के क्लोज है। मान लीजिए बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कर रहे हैं तो उनका स्कोर बढ़े या वो सेवा ज्यादा, तो हमारे में जेलस की जगह ये होना चाहिए कि वी शुड बी हैप्पी कि उनका ज्यादा हो रहा है। बट फिर दूसरा होता है कि हम लेजी हो जा रहे हैं कि ठीक है उनको करने दो, हमें नहीं करना। तो उसको कैसे बैलेंस करें प्रभु जी?
We should like say आपको 2 हफ्ते 1-2 weeks you may have to take care of children. Other times you can hear, somebody can replace you. In that way we are not completely getting losing that opportunity to hear. So we need to request others also to take that, or we can hear, because directly hearing is also very important, sitting and hearing in the front. Of course virtual hearing is almost like that, you are anyway hearing. But sometimes you get opportunity, you can request, okay, I'll do it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks in a month, or 1 week, or you can make schedules for other Matatis, they can also do. And when it comes to book distribution and all, you have to see what is your strength, not laziness, but say sometimes for me, I want to speak on Bhagavad Gita, and I feel that so many people already distributed, but there are not many people who are talking on Bhagavad Gita. So I prefer that, okay, whoever have taken Bhagavad Gita, I want to go and make them understand Bhagavad Gita. So you can take another service. We need not be lazy, but we understand our strength. For me to go, I did book distribution, but now for me to go and distribute, I feel more that already we have distributed so many. Let me go and teach whoever is interested. So I am trying to do some other things. So based on our strength, we have to take up service. We should not be lazy. That is important. Not that everybody need to have scores. Somebody can preach also. Somebody can print books also. Somebody can help in printing. Somebody can help in cooking so that devotees will take prasadam and go. Not that we just see your strength and try to do it. Not that we have to do all, everybody to do book distribution. There are other services also available, and at marathon time you can do book distribution. Other times we can do other services.
So probably this jealous come na, this person is able to do so much and I'm not able to do. So how
That is not needed,
satisfied?
Mataji. You see, now you are able to understand philosophy. You are able to speak philosophy. You are able to explain it nicely. So that is your strength. Focus on your strength. Not everybody can understand what you are able to understand. And you are understanding shlokas, you are memorizing them. You, that is your strength. Just focus on that and you'll be happy. Not that at the end of day, it is not how many books you distributed or how much you did. It will decide you go to spiritual world. How much we have controlled mind, how much we develop taste for holy name, how much we have develop the attitude of service. That is actually what is going to decide. It's not number of scores. Who will remember 5 years back who are the toppers? Nobody knows. How many book distribution? Nobody knows. So we need not compare with others and feel jealous. We just have to work on our which is much bigger task than this course also. Our mind and body is so much conditioned to enjoy this material world. This raga dvesha is so extreme. We have to work on them. So when you see the task you have in front of them, then these things becomes very small. Like say if somebody is going on a big running race, sometimes he may just scratches on the feet, but he will not care because he's having a big goal. So all these small things we should not take serious. We should be more serious about how we want to get free from this conditioning anarthas. There is nobody to compare and compete in this. We have to understand that we are a living entity connected to Krishna, and we are struggling in this metal world. We need help of all devotees, and that is good that you have a people who are doing nice book distribution, because by staying with them, we will be inspired that there are some sincere devotees, and we need to have all sincere devotees around, which will always make us forced to come closer to Krishna. Say, if people besides me are waking up at 2 o'clock and chanting, and I am waking up at 4 o'clock, so it will help me. Array, let me at least try 3 o'clock to get up and chant. So we should always feel that there should be book distributors, good preachers, good sadhana people around us, so that it will force us to do nice things. Instead of becoming jealous, we should feel it's a fortune that i'm I'm staying with such nice people. They're so glorious, they're so sincere, and how fortunate I am, and Krishna made this arrangement for me. So in that way we will make nice progress also. And when we appreciate devotees, like yesterday we were discussing, now more you appreciate devotees, that will melt our heart. We'll develop spiritual feelings, and we'll be able to experience that bliss also. So when chanting, we can get tears in our eyes. So you appreciate them. You're fortunate to have such nice devotees around you, and you understand nice philosophy, and you can share. This is that is good.
Every seva is important, Prabhuji. Whatever with strength we can do, every seva doing kirtan, every seva is same, Prabhuji. Na whatever we can absorb ourselves, we can see our strength and do that more. Not comparing that I am able to do this or that. Na Prabhuji.
Yeah, it is not who is doing how much, because all talents are given by Krishna only. If somebody is able to do book distribution nicely, it is Krishna's mercy. If somebody is singing, that is Krishna's mercy. And if you are able to appreciate all of them, you can get all the mercy. Just appreciate nice. Who is a book distribution? You go and tell Prabhuji you did nice book distribution. I'm very happy. I'm feeling very inspired by you. Somebody did nice kirtan. Somebody gave nice class. You go and appreciate. You can get all the credit. Just appreciating from your heart. No need to become envious. just appreciate. Roji, you are so inspiring. You have collected so much funds. You have made nice book distribution. Your flower garlands are so nice. You did nice deity worship. You are nicely taking care of deities. What others are doing wholeheartedly, and you can also gain mercy of Krishna. And that happiness is actually mercy that we'll receive from Krishna.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So that's why bhakti sometimes there are two types of people, very important. One is when they really come in contact with bhakti, immediately makes progress. For others, Bhagavatam is like a medicine. Slowly, slowly, slowly it will cure him. For somebody, it happens very fast. So we are in the second category. Slowly, slowly it is working. For me at least, some of you may be directly. First touch Bhagavatam there. So some people it takes time, but it will work. We we have to so much love people doing nice things. That will make us happy, and we will be very fortunate to have some people around us like that. And they should always be more means more superior people around us, which will pull us up. Otherwise we'll stuck. If everybody is below us, say at least they are all sleeping till 6, I wake up at 4, then we cannot make much. Okay, Keshav, 3 months.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavad pranams, Prabhuji.
Then
Prabhuji, regarding the topic we are discussing today, karma, jnana, bhakti, we are discussing, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, anyone born in this material world, they have to do some work. And initially, before coming with any shastra, we are doing according to our raga dvesha, like dislike. Is it not, Prabhuji? Before, like, we are not accustomed to any of this. And Krishna, throughout Bhagavad Gita, first 6 chapters, Krishna is insisting Arjuna, you better elevate. Don't just fall prey for raga dvesha. You better elevate and do karma yoga. And initially, first step sakama karma yoga and nishkama karma yoga. And if someone purifies the heart, he goes to jnana yoga. And if he is fortunate to meet a devotee, then finally he gets bhakti yoga. This is indirect process, Prabhuji. And another direct process is meeting a devotee and just practicing 9 limbs of devotional service, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, all those things. So comparing to these two processes, Prabhuji, this Bhakti Yoga is very direct and it is very sweet also. Like it is very interesting and very sweet. Why is it so much of importance given in all the scriptures for this karma and jnana only, Prabhuji? We can see even in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a Bhakti Shastra, we see Kapil Dev speaks to Devahuti about jnana yoga also, Prabhuji. So when something is so sweet and so simple, direct, that more than that, this indirect process given so much of importance. Many of the transcendentalists are getting distracted by that only, no, Prabhuji. I really don't know why it is like this.
Yeah, there is market for other things is more than Bhakti Mataji. So people, living entities in general, they are not interested. There is no sincerity. They want they want very solutions for their problem. See how it happens is what is people's mentality. They go to temple, they go to astrologers, they do some puja in temple, they go some vrata, they go to astrologers, they go to some tantrics, they may go some yoga, Ayurveda. All these things, they are only external processes which will help people to live happily in this world. But when it comes to bhakti, this process is a endeavor to change one's heart, which people don't want to change. They say, I want to change all the things to enjoy nicely in this world. But when it comes to bhakti, there is an endeavor, there is a change in the heart, which is very difficult. And people don't want to work on changing one's own
So
self.
even in indirect process, there is a change. What is needed, no, Prabhuji. They are also gradually they are changing, no, Prabhuji. Like Nishkama Karma Yoga, they are asked to follow Nishkama Karma Yoga for change in heart. For purification only, they are asked to do, no, Prabhuji. So finally, in any process, purification of heart is a must, no, Prabhuji. That's why
There,
I'm
Mataji, in
asking.
Jnana process, purification is happening because of bhakti only. And for them, jnana it is not because of jnana it is happening, because of bhakti only it is happening.
Yeah,
And
Prabhuji, but that is a very indirect process. No, I'm just asking that only, Prabhuji. Very
why
critical
indirect?
step.
Yeah, why indirect? Because that is a subtlest way of enjoying. That is also a way of enjoying. Even jnana is also
Oh.
a selfishness, because they want to enjoy a subtler pleasure, because in sattva you get more pleasure. Like
Mm.
yogis and jnanis, when they meditate, they are experiencing some sort of brahman happiness. So that is
Mm.
what they want to experience, which is also selfishness. But in bhakti, you directly work on your ego. You say, I am servant of Krishna. Jnanis don't work on
Oh.
that. That is the point. So there is
Oh,
a
okay.
subtler way of enjoying, gross way and subtle way of enjoying, but both are selfishness. They are all
Okay.
want to enjoy. Living entity want to enjoy in this metal world. Very fortunate, some living entities they understand. No, no, I am servant of Krishna. That is the highest. So not everybody is
Mm.
so fortunate.
So till the last stage, we are working for ourselves in that indirect process. Is it, Prabhuji? Like
Yeah.
there is something related to ourselves. Here in Bhakti, right from the day one, we are asked to work for the senses of Krishna. So that is why people are not taking it up. Can I understand
Ah,
this way, Prabhuji?
ego. Because if it comes to karma, we are working with senses. Jnana mixed
Mm.
with intelligence. Yoga
Mm.
servant of Krishna.
Mm.
You are no one, no entity.
Mm.
So that is very difficult for people to digest. And market is also not much. You go and tell pure devotional service, you'll have
Mm.
very few people. But if you go and give a class on yoga, meditation, or sattvic
But in
food,
Bhakti also, we are
Ayurveda,
getting
you'll
all
have
the
thousands of
happiness.
people.
Yes, but in bhakti also we are not devoid of happiness, no, Prabhuji. We are also getting like we are using the senses. We are not just staying yeah, inactive. We are using our senses for Krishna's happiness. We are using our intelligence. We are using everything in bhakti also. No, Prabhuji. We are getting definitely some happiness, no, Prabhuji.
Yeah, you are, that is, you are experiencing happiness. That is your way of experience happiness. But people also get
Mm.
happiness in movies. People also get happiness in
Mm.
some sort of meditation. So they feel that is
Mm.
what they want to do, because there is selfish desire. They want to enjoy on their own. But
Oh.
our pleasure is by mercy of Krishna. So our way of enjoying is
Mm.
different, their way of enjoying is different. Because they are not
Mhm.
having that sincerity. Of course, they are not fortunate, I will not say sincerity. They are not fortunate enough to get this
Mm.
Bhakti Lata Bij. Because you received this Bhakti, that's why you are able to feel it.
Mm.
But not everybody received it. We have
No.
to make them
No,
fortunate.
Priti, we are giving, we are ready to give to many, but not many people taking up. That is why I'm asking you this question. What is stopping people to take up bhakti, which is so sweet? Everything in bhakti is sweet, Prabhuji, but why, when we are preaching, we can see, Prabhuji, they're ready to undergo so much of work outside the bhakti, but they're not ready to take up bhakti, which is very sweet. That is why I'm always bewildered. Why people are refusing bhakti, which
They
is
don't have
actually very
Sukruti,
safe.
you give them Sukruti. They need to have Sukruti, then they will be able
Okay.
to take up. So we have to increase the Sukruti of people by doing Harinam, by distributing Prasadam, by making they appreciate
Mm.
devotees. So in that way, once they
Mm.
gain Sukruti, then they may take up Bhakti. Sushrushro
Okay.
Shaddanasya Vasudeva Pitarachi. That's what we
Okay,
have to do.
Prabhuji. Thank
And
you,
that's
Prabhuji.
why
Hare Krishna.
Krishna comes, pure devotees come. So I know you
Mm.
have very compassionate heart.
No, no,
You see
Prabhuji,
other.
it is not compassionate. I don't know, but I am experiencing some happiness. Why not people take it up and why are they getting troubled by all these material things? That is the point I'm asking.
Yeah, that's what devotee feel. That's compassion of it.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So yeah,
Prabhuji,
yes,
what
Mataji.
Srila Prabhupada says that when we are enthusiastic and we are consistent in preaching, then this will be attracted. So we will be enthusiastic, but we will not be consistent in preaching. So, for example, somebody is not consistent enough, and not when we say no utsa nishchay dhairyat tat tat pravardena nirmalam. So these three factors are also included in that. So like in my life, I was saying that when I started book distribution, not even one book I was able to distribute. Then I was consistent enough. On daily basis, I used to do book distribution. Chandrarekha Mataji knows it. So daily practicing, daily doing book distribution, that made like how when Prabhupada says daily chanting, so become an expert chanter. Still, we have not become an expert chanter, but and still we have not become even an expert book distributor. Because expert book distributor means what? One is taking and he's applying in his life, and he's helping others also to apply that. That is called expert book. But we are just distributing to please Krishna. So no ulterior motive in that. It is just because Guru has given some instruction we have to do. But I felt that consistency is the key. That you be consistent. My Guru has given me order to chant, I will chant. My Guru has given me order to preach, I will preach. My Guru has given me order to do book distribution, I will do. Now rest I will leave to Krishna. Whether people become devotees, don't become devotees. Now I am running 4-5 forums. So there are people, initially there were only 5 people, Prabhuji, who come on my used to come on my forum. And now there are somewhere around 80-85 people on that particular forum. So when I started last year, 5 with 5. I have but for me 5 was also okay. I said 5 to aa rahe na, mera to purification ho raha hai na. So like that I started with that, and then now slowly it builds up because Krishna is seeing sincerity. Krishna is seeing that she wants to study also, and she wants to preach also. What she is, and Prabhuji, whatever I'm hearing in your class now, I'm speaking that same in that forum, Prabhuji. And many who are very sincere, they have joined into this Bhagavatam study group also of his Balam Shakti Prabhu's class also. So I think consistency is the key. Daily, same thing you do. Krishna will shower mercy on you.
Yes, Mataji. Actually, we want to have association like devotees like you. So Chandrika Mataji should be happy to have association, because this is what we need. If devotees they are doing, and when they share their experience like how you did it, that what actually inspires. Now I was also getting inspired. Maybe I should also do my book distribution like this, consistency. So this is a key actually. Thank you very much for sharing it, Mataji. It's really inspiring.
Even I am seeing when Balram Shakti Prabhu started, they were like 120, 130, then slowly reduced. But for you, you are consistent. Even if there are 20 people, 10 people on a day, or 15 people on this your class, but you are consistent. And even I am consistent in both the classes. That no, I will attend both, irrespective of how many people join in this forum or how many people don't join in forum. I am benefited by hearing Bhagavatam. I am benefited by hearing some very key points that I have never ever heard. And then if I repeat them again in another forum, then it is my purification and Krishna's glorification, Prabhuji.
This forum is also my selfishness. I'll be every day forced to read Prabhupada's purport, and I have to every day speak something. So I know I am benefited more, but as a service, I try something. But it is my more things. Thanks, Mataji.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, I will take only 1 minute. Last thing I want to understand, Prabhuji, like you said, this exercise for desires are foreign, and it will not give, without fulfilling it, will nothing will happen. But Prabhuji, like this, we like for our children or other person, if they do not act according to our will or the way we expect, so we get agitated for that. That is also a desire also, Prabhuji. That is
Yeah,
also
that
not
is also desire. Of course,
like
we want to help them. That is right desire, but still we should not
exactly.
get agitated.
Okay, like we, as a mother, I'm so much concerned to my daughter, do like this for bhakti also and other material studies and also, but she don't act like what I say, so I really get agitated. So that is also wrong, Prabhuji.
Of course, we not that it is wrong. What I am telling that we get anxious, that is wrong. See, to have desire is not wrong, but we should know that it happens according to what Krishna wants. We try our best to get full. See, I am not telling that Yudhishthir Maharaj becoming king, Arjuna want to win the war. That is not wrong. Desire is not wrong, but we should know even if that desire is not fulfilled, nothing will happen to me. That is not the point. That is not the way to be happy. And the desires, so many desires come from foreign. How? Because you compare, you see other children are becoming like this, my daughter also should become like this is what is right, my daughter also should become like. So it all comes from outside. So we have to work on ourselves, then we'll be able to help others also. We'll be able to help others to come out of their duality. Their mind is also disturbed, so we should help them. we control our mind, then we'll be able to help others also control their mind. If we are cool and calm, we can help others also to be cool and calm. So basically, detachment is how we'll be able to help others. So by understanding it's a foreign, we'll be detached. So real help is, first thing is, they can have affection, not attachment. So this detachment detachment means not hating. We are a little neutral. In that way, we'll be able to see correctly, understand their position, and give the solution accordingly. And otherwise, we are so much thinking that, are they are getting first rank, my child is second. So then you'll not be able to help. You are only comparing. But if you say, okay, my child is this position, let me bring her to this position, let me bring her to this position. So you are, in that way you can help more. I don't know, I'm giving theory. I don't have any children, but I'm just
But
telling the principle.
yeah, Prabhu, like regarding bhakti also, we want them to chant, but they
No, no, no,
we
no.
can
Bhakti
preach
you
all
cannot
over
give
the
like that.
world to
Bhakti
preach.
only gives Sukruti. Don't give Bhakti. Give Shraddha. Try to give Sukruti and try to help them understand the philosophy nicely. When they want to chant, how they want to chant, at least tell them to chant 2 rounds as a gratitude for what they are getting. But don't force them more than that. And then it will not happen, because Bhakti is not by force. Bhakti is by inspiration. They have to get inspired, and further they need to understand the philosophy nicely. So you explain them the concepts clearly, give them sukruti, give nice prasadam, tell them they should appreciate devotees. In that way they gain bhakti. Bhakti is not by force, it is inspiration. It will not stay like that.
And we can try our best, whatever we can do, but not to be attached, Prabhuji, no? Right?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Bhakti will come when they see you nicely happy in bhakti, then they'll become devotee. If you are become upset by doing bhakti, I've seen many people. They say, "Arey, you are doing bhakti, you are chanting, you are so angry, you are so upset. What are you doing bhakti?" So that's what the impression comes. One of my friend came recently. He said, "What happened?" His would-be wife, and I said, "She's chanting." He said, "No, she says you are angry. You are doing dongi by chanting. You are not practicing nicely. So I'll not chant." So that means what? He's not setting a good example. So set a good example, they will become devotees.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, we cannot overcome anger, but at least, yes, true. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Then,
Uh, Prabhuji, I have heard that remember that in Lord Rishabdev, while instructing to his sons, he tells that one should instruct as I am instructing, but one should not become angry or anxious and
hmm.
keep instructing. So, in the same line, I was just thinking that
Oh,
yes, we should
thanks.
tell children that you should do bhakti and all that, but we should not become angry or agitated because they are not taking it up or like that. But certainly some they will also take up. It is very easy to say, but we can follow that. So that I was thinking.
Thank
Yes. Thank you.
point to some other people also. Thank you for sharing. Nice.
Prabhuji, regarding Chandrarekha Mataji, is this that that giving children. So I run this Bal Bhagavatam class even for all these international devotees. So there are some international 30 children who are there, and when I've seen, I'm teaching Canto 1 for them, Prabhuji, and I have made some very nice key messages and all, and very wonderfully I have designed that thing for them. And parents also to come to me and they tell their children on this thing. I said, see, for even Arjuna also, what Krishna did, he just told and he said, okay, now you do what you want to do. So Krishna gave information to him that this is what is right, what is wrong. And even we just have to give information to the children that, okay, this is right, this is wrong. Now whether they apply, they don't apply, okay, that is up to them. Because too much of pressurization to children also, then they will bloop up, they will never take up to Krishna consciousness. And of course, Chandrarekha Mataji is on a very sober level. She is a very sober devotee also by nature. I know her very personally. But means she is not scolding the child, but this is her worry actually. That okay, I want my child to be pure devotee. I want my child to be pure devotee. But becoming a pure devotee also takes time, because even we are actually in that loop of becoming a pure devotee by hearing. And her daughter also has her own journey. and she also has her own journey. But as a person, like when even mothers come to me and they complain, okay, my child is not a devotee. So I have non-devotees who come to me for learning professional subjects also, like maths and science. So what I do, I just on the board, I just write some things and children read. So this is how indirectly preaching we do. And slowly, all these children, those who are there, 25, 26 children who are there, they slowly, they ask you queries. They tell you. Then we make them chant. Then we have a small children's group on running on every, Saturdays afternoon. So they come at that time also. So slowly children learn, and children will always learn in association. Children will never learn with mothers. Children will always learn with their peers. They will not learn with mother. Mother bolegi ye, they will go east, they will go west. But if you put them in other children's association, then taking inspiration from them, they will definitely learn so many things which we really wanted them to learn. So this is one way. Put them in that association, or maybe Mataji only can start some class, and then seeing other children, the daughters
Her
will.
daughter's friends, daughter's
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
Mm.
Nice, Mataji. Yeah, that is, you have some practical realizations and experiences. I have, I have with some boys, but I don't have with children. I can, I cannot much speak on this. But one thing I understand is it's all inspiration. We have to what I saw with, I had some children with me who are still practicing because they were inspired, and when they love devotees, that is the best thing that can happen in their life, that they should love devotees, and they should appreciate them. They will become, they will remain devotees, or they will remain favorable to devotional service, and one fine day they may take up it seriously. And it is they should develop this pure devotional faith, which is the most important thing, and that's what we have to help them understand. And we never know what Krishna is planning for them. So
Yeah, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj also was saying that don't expect that our children will become pure devotees overnight. Becoming a pure devotee is a process, and it takes time. So somebody has a slow journey, somebody has a very fast journey, somebody has a flying journey, because he's a devotee from past birth, and maybe only 2-3% bhakti he's coming to do in this birth in the family of Vaishnavas. So every devotee has its own journey. Some will fly and some will crawl. So we have to have utsaha, nishay, dhairya. So these three things are required.
where the problem comes, what I understand is, we think I can control and I can change. So that's why we try to work hard in making that endeavor. I'll put an endeavor and I'll change it. And
Yeah.
especially when it comes to bhakti,
But
it will not happen.
even I was thinking that somebody told us something. How immediately did we start applying it in our lives?
Yeah.
Say, for example, seeing television. We were hearing so much for so much time that okay, no seeing movie. Then one last time I said I will see one last movie and then I will give up. So that was in 2001, was one last movie, which was my favorite actor actress movie. I went in the theater, I saw, and after that I didn't see any movie except for Prabhupada movie that recently was released in the theaters. That is the only time we went actually. So giving up those attachment is also very difficult. Like even chocolates, for me, giving up chocolates was the most difficult. But before initiation, I was thinking, no, I have to give up. And then I was praying. I spoke to Guru Maharaj also. Maharaj, I have not, I did not drink tea, coffee anytime. I have not eaten onion, garlic anytime in my whole life. I have not drunk liquor or, meat eating also anytime in my life. But Maharaj, this is very difficult. You please tell me what to do. Then he's telling that you pray to Prabhupada. There he will only help you. So then when we pray to Prabhupada, all chocolate eating and everything got vanished immediately. So I think prayers also make a lot of difference. And some attachments will be there, but every person will realize that no, one day I have to give up. I have to give up. I have to give up. These things, and slowly they will give up. Then that will.
And one interesting understanding I get when I deal with my mother and all, I know that Krishna likes the living entity more than me, and Krishna has a better plan than me. I can try, but one thing like what we discussed, like Gopinath Acharya, he was fasting when Lord Chaitanya, when Sarvam Bhattacharya said, I will teach Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu this Vedanta Sutra. He said to Lord Chaitanya, I'll fast till he becomes devotee. Lord Chaitanya says, you need not fast for long, I'll make him devotee soon. So if some others are praying for the living entity, Krishna will definitely make that living entity devotee. And Lord likes that living entity more than me also. So I need not so much worry about him. Krishna will take care. If not now, some other time.
So the best example currently is, if you know Vrishabhanu Prabhu and Kirtida Mataji from Chopati temple, they're
Yeah,
very
yeah.
counselors. So Kirtida Mataji, every temple she went, she used to bow down to the Supreme Lord. She used to tell, please make my son a devotee. So her son's name is Sridham Sakha Prabhu. And that's how, by her praying, Sridham Sakha Prabhu became a devotee in Chopati temple, Prabhu. So now he's such an exalted devotee.
So yeah, that is true. We can pray, and definitely Krishna will hear the prayers, and they'll become devotees. So I think I have to give more homework to you. I have to complete purport. Rose in 4th chapter, I will complete 5th. Maybe tomorrow I will take more. And I'll just one chat box. One question is there about Shyam Mukund Purusling. I have also heard Krishna told all this karma, jnana, dhyana, yoga, so that in the end we understand that how difficult it is all that, and see how bhakti is easy. Yeah, that is one of the thing. And Krishna want to be little more uh, in the secular. He wanted to address all secular audience that if you just tell bhakti, they say this bhakti they will not touch. If you explain everything, then people come to it, and then I understand that bhakti is highest. Yeah, that is the point. So what we discussed this 5th chapter, why it is very important, please understand this point. I am just trying. This is a key point of the 5th chapter is we are always stuck up in raga and dvesha, and raga and dvesha manifests as karma and jnana. But what bring people out of this raga and dvesha? But you have again told them karma and jnana, they are stuck up in raga and dvesha only. You give them bhakti so that they can come out of this raga and dvesha. They can come out of this duality. They will understand what is transcendence. As long as we are always I like, I don't like, I like, I don't like. I like, I don't like is what is sinful mentality. We are stuck up in this material world is because we have this mentality of I like, I don't like. Whenever I say I like it, that is we are committing a sin. We should not say I like, I don't like. Because it is favorable to Krishna, I will do it. That is how we have to live our life, to get out of this duality and to come out of this sinful mentality, which is the cause of our bondage in this material world. So jnana and yoga is cause. The same raga and dvesha mentality, if it is connected to Krishna, it becomes attachment to Krishna, and it becomes a selfless service. Jnana becomes selfless service. Your karma becomes attachment to Krishna. So this is the point I want to tell. Hope you all understood what is what I wanted to share. So I think we can end here without any shloka. Once in a while we can have discussions. Otherwise, so thank you all very much. Anybody, anything you want to share? Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki